everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, a special welcome to you. And if you are my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. So in today's video, I'll be updating my actual spending for my March 15th, 2024 paycheck. And that paycheck covers expenses between the 15th and the 31st. So I've double checked my bank account just to make sure that everything is okay, but I am a little bit out of sync with this particular paycheck budget. So let's get into it and see how well I'm doing. So the combined income for the period was $3,118.80. I transferred $10.98 from my expense cushion account today just so I could just close out the internet bill. I added in other income of $5,241.40. None of this money will be used for any expenses that I would normally just use my paycheck to cover, because this is not my paycheck income. It's other income coming in that I'm going to use for specific purposes. So let's move on to the first category, which is housing and general expense. So for water, I did not budget for water, but I actually paid $200 on the bill. I still have a balance on it, so I'm just taking my time to pay it down. I haven't paid on the gas bill as yet. That will be paid from my upcoming paycheck. For electricity, I budgeted $91.91. I haven't paid anything on it as yet. So I decided to just go ahead and pay the water bill because the water bill had arrears on it. These two don't really have arrears on it, the gas and the electricity. So I just went ahead and pay on the water bill. Internet is covered. Cell phone is covered. I budgeted $126. I paid $252.38. So I should be getting back the difference from the other parties who are on my phone plan. Fuel and gas, I budgeted $120. I actually spent $125.68. So I overspent in this line item by $5.68. For groceries and toiletries, budget amount was $150. Overspent by $42.17 because the actual amount spent was $192.17. Car insurance, budgeted amount was $394. Actually spent $393.13. Unbudgeted expenses, $65.51. So for housing and general expense category, the total overspent amount is $346.96. For savings from the other income that I added into this budget, I put in $3,210 directly to my emergency fund. Moving along, there was no action in personal and discretionary. Moving over to the debt category, both cars was paid for the scheduled amount. Credit cards, I scheduled $1,084.99. I actually paid up $740.02. In the next video, you will see the explanation as to why only this amount was paid. So $344.97 came back from the amount that I budgeted, which is good because I had to use this amount to offset the over expenditure in the housing category. For extra debt payment, I put in $2,031.40, and this also will be explained in my upcoming video as well in detail. Okay, so even though it's showing red here, it's, oh, this should not be. I'm gonna put this over here to be budgeted instead of under the actual column, which is gonna give me a wrong reading. So this amount is gonna be budgeted in an upcoming video. Okay, so no activity was done in sinking funds for this pay period. And for miscellaneous, I only paid $8.99 for subscription. I actually did not remember to budget this $8.99 for my subscription, but they're all on autopay. So when I'm doing my reconciliation with my bank account, I saw that I didn't. So I just added into my budget under my actual expenses to account for it here. Okay, so I've gone through all the categories of my budget, and you will see that I still have the $2,031 here and 40 cents the budget, which will be budgeted in for debt extra debt payments in another video that I'm going to do separate from this, because this money came over from personal loan. So I want to keep all that separate, and I want to use this money specifically for the purpose it was intended for. So there you have it, guys. I've updated all my spending for this pay period. Everything is intact right here. So you have officially watched me update my March 15th paycheck budget, and I hope that you have done or will be doing your budget updates as well, just to track your spending and to see where you are within your budget, what you need to do to remain on point. But before you go, I want to challenge you all to share your biggest budgeted wins for your pay period or for the month so far, and also your biggest budgeting challenge. Oh, I didn't mention that my biggest budgeting challenge is overspending when it comes to groceries. And I do that only when I do not take stock of what's in my pantry before I go to the supermarket. So now that I identify what I'm doing wrong in the grocery category and how I can mitigate that, then I'll be doing that going forward. Please remember to like this video if my content resonates with you, and if you think that there's anyone that this video will benefit, please share it, and please invite them to come on over to view the content. Until next time, happy budgeting.